Diane in Denmark here. Well, you know, Monday to Friday I make videos about Flylady, or it could be some Danish hygge stuff, you know, got the candles going. I'll be doing a video probably tomorrow with Vibeke doing a craft. But I know a lot of you are confused about Flylady. Why do I need Flylady? Where do I start with Flylady? You know, why do I need it? What is the big thing about Flylady? Well, you know what? There's no big thing about Flylady. You can do whichever system you want. Some people are doing Miracle Morning. If you've got problems with clutter, you'll probably be doing KonMari. I also use the Getting Things Done system. The main thing that I think you should know, because you know I'm 50 now, so I have a bit of experience. I'm an old lady. You need some kind of system in your life. If you're feeling like, oh, I just can't cope with the house, and wouldn't it be great if I could just throw out all the washing that needs to be done? Let me just throw it all out and buy some new stuff. If you're feeling like overwhelmed with your house, with your life, you know, you're missing appointments, and you just can't understand how other people seem to have it all together, you need a system in your life. Now, we're not talking about having everything mapped out and micromanaging down to the last minute. All we're talking about here is having some basic systems in place so that you know you'll be able to feed yourself, feed your family, get off to work, keep the house running, keep up to date with what is coming up, make sure that you have some time for fun. It's going to leave you more time, listen here, listen very carefully, it's going to give you more time for the things that you want to do, because we're going to be spending less time on all the gotta do's. You know, we have wanna do's and we have gotta do's. We're going to be spending less time on the gotta do's, the things that we've got to do, because we're going to have a system for them. And you know, my uncle, like he's almost 80 years old now, and in the 50s and 60s he was he went out to places of work with his clipboard and his timer, and he did time management study, and that's all it is. The Flylady system is time management for your home and for your life. As I said to you, no hocus pocus here. All we're doing is we're making it easier to run your house. Just like if you know the lean system from manufacturing, from car manufacturing, the lean system is just making sure that you've got everything set up within range, doing things consistently, and it saves us time, money and effort. And what's not to love about that? So that's why I started the Flylady, doing the Flylady system, because I was working at the Court of Justice and I was working in Edinburgh before that for woolen merchants. And at work, I was so organised. You know, I was Miss Organisation. That was actually my nickname before I got married. And then I was Mrs. Organisation. And at work, I had it all planned out, because there was a system in everything that we did, whether it was the woolen merchants or whether it was the Court of Justice. But at home, things were a disaster. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to finish. And yet, if you give me a list and say, okay, this needs done Monday, this needs done Tuesday, I can do it. I can get right on with it, and Bob's your uncle and everybody's happy. But I really wasn't happy, and things were getting worse and worse, and I thought, what is wrong with me that I can't run, and at that point, I had a small apartment. How come I can't run this small apartment? Because Mum taught me how to cook and clean, but it was the order of things that was tripping me up. It wasn't like how to clean. I know how to clean, but I wasn't sure like when to do this and when to do that. That's what I love about the Flylady system. When I found the Flylady system, Flylady had mapped it all out, and this is the thing here, there's kind of one size fits all, but you adapt the system to your family, the country that you live in, the amount of kids, animals that you have, if whether you work outside the home, whether you work at home, you adjust it to suit you. So anyway, I know you're all saying, oh great, this sounds like fantastic, where do I start, where do I start? Well, there are various ways you can start with Flylady. You can go to the Flylady website, flylady.net. It's a bit confusing, but there is a get started link which you can click on, and you'll be signing up for emails. I think it's about 5. It can be a bit overwhelming, the mail. A really good place to start is the 31 baby steps. Now, it's on the Flylady website. I made a video where I held your hand and pulled you through the 31 days. I've got a playlist for that. That's a great way to start. It just, you're going through, it may seem, oh, you know, I don't have 31 days to get into it. It's building up habits. We're being consistent with things. This is where consistency comes into it, because if you found my channel, you've probably been searching, oh, you know, Miracle Morning, KonMari, getting things done. And you maybe kind of start doing it, and then after 2 or 3 days you give up and you're looking for something else. Oh, there must be something. You know what? There is nothing better. All these systems are the same. You've just got to pick one and be consistent with it. So the 31 baby steps, that's 31 days where you add a new step to your day every day, and you're just building up slowly. Now, I know a lot of you say, oh, I don't have time for that, you know, let me get started now. Well, you start with having a morning routine and an evening routine. And I won't go into those here because I've got tons of videos about, you know, what to put into it, how to do it. You can look on the Flylady's website for the morning routine, the evening routine. Remember, adjust it to you. I'll put my routines playlist up there. You can see my personal morning routine, my personal evening routine. But remember, don't get caught up about what I'm doing. You've really got to suit your family. So first of all, you'll get going with a morning and an evening routine. I think that's the best place to go, because often when we're looking for some kind of system to help us, we've probably not been looking after ourselves. Everything is just in chaos, and we've got to build you up first. And that's where the morning and evening routines really come into play. They're going to give you a little boost and get you going, but you've got to be consistent with it. So when you think, oh, I'm too tired to do whatever it is, just think to yourself, are you really going to have more time tomorrow? Is what you're doing right now, is that working for you? Because if it's not working for you, something has got to change. So anyway, the routines videos are up there. Now, once you've been into the Flylady system for a wee while, you know, you've got your routines going, you're saying, okay, I can kind of see the point of this. You're probably going to want to add in a spot of cleaning and decluttering. Now, if you don't have a problem with decluttering, that's fine. But I think most of us have got too much stuff. That's what makes the cleaning difficult, because we've got too many knickknacks. So you might want to add in a spot of decluttering every day. Just 5 minutes, and I've got plenty of decluttering videos. I'll put the declutter playlist up there as well. Remember, they're all in the information down below as well. And all you're going to do with the declutter thing is just, you know, choose an area a day, and I do it by zone, and we'll get into zones later. But just follow that, and I work along with you, and I declutter something, and you can hopefully declutter at your end. Now, the same goes with the cleaning. In the Flylady system, we have a once a week upkeep clean, and that's called the weekly home blessing hour. Now, here you go. The clue's in the title. It says weekly home blessing hour, not weekly home blessing cleaning for 10 hours. It's 1 hour. That is just a clean of the main, not the main areas of the house, the high traffic areas of your house. So what you're going to be doing is once a week, you know, like we used to do in the old days, you know, on Saturday morning, you'd spend your time cleaning, you know, giving a quick vacuum for 10 minutes, throwing away any newspapers, magazines, papers that have come in for 10 minutes, doing some mirrors, you know, anything kind of shiny, making those sparkle for 10 minutes. I've done a playlist about that as well. I'll put that up there, so if you need help with that. So basically you're going to be doing routines, and then you're going to add in, hopefully, a little daily declutter. Even just a few minutes is going to make a big difference. And then you're going to add in a weekly home blessing. So once a week, you will be doing a little bit of cleaning in your house. And we're not cleaning the whole house here, remember. Don't go running off and, you know, getting on your mob cap and getting out the bucket water. We're not cleaning the whole house. We're just doing the high traffic areas of your house, you know, where people come into the house, your living room, perhaps the kitchen floor. So anyway, it's all explained in the videos. And then once you're a wee bit further down the road, once that's going, you're saying, oh yeah, this is doable, I can do this, just keep going with those routines. Then you might want to add in the daily focus. Now the daily focus is having a purpose, a set purpose for each day. So that instead of, you know, it could be the case with you that you're popping out to the supermarket or the grocery store every single day because you haven't planned what you had for dinner, and then you're, you know, forwards and backwards to the shops, you're buying stuff that you don't need. That's where the daily focus comes in. We're going to have a focus for each day. And once again, I follow the Flylady's one, but you just adjust it to suit you, where we're taking care of everything that you need to do in a week, like planning ahead, you know, for holidays, birthdays, hair appointments, stuff like that. Planning your menu, you know, planning what you're going to be eating a few days ahead. If you're out running errands, you're going to have a setup for that. You're going to have a day where you do a spot of cleaning, you know, your weekly home blessing hour. You're going to have a day where you get on with the jobs that you've been putting off. So all of those things are going to be in your daily focus. And once again, I have a playlist for that. I've worked through these things before, done little challenges. So all the videos are there. But don't go and watch them all at once, because I know we tend to go overboard with these things. And the last thing that I would suggest is doing the zone work. Now, the zone work, what's that? Well, the Flylady breaks up the home into 5 areas. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a tiny, 1-bedroom apartment, or, you know, if you're staying in a dormitory, or whether you have a castle with, you know, the west wing and the east wing. It's the same 5 zones. The Flylady breaks up into 5 zones. And what happens is each week of the month, because there's always 5 weeks in every month, we split it up so that we are doing a bit more detailed cleaning or a bit more detailed decluttering in the week zone. For example, this week in Flylady is zone 4, which is master bedroom, the closet or wardrobe, and if you have an ensuite bathroom, you know, a master bathroom, that is the zone that we're working on. Now, if you're new to the Flylady, forget everything I said, because you don't need to be doing zone work right now. The main thing that you have in the beginning is setting up a morning routine and an evening routine, and then adding in 3 or 4 minutes of decluttering every day, a weekly home blessing hour once a week, and then adding in the daily focus. Then, and only then, would I suggest you do the zone work. Please, please, please do not overwhelm yourself with going from no system and feeling overwhelmed at home to feeling overwhelmed with doing the system. Remember, we've got to have, there is a middle way here, and that's what I'm here to help you with. Now, I used to be one of the mentors at Flylady Premium, and I was working with ladies on a one-to-one basis and leading them through the system, helping them adjust it. I can't work one-on-one with you through YouTube. I can't reply to all comments that come in on Instagram, but I am here for you once a week. And what you will see me posting once a week is I will be talking about the system, I will be running little challenges, and it's all for free. My videos don't cost money. I don't do affiliate links, I don't do mid-roll ads, so there's nothing to pay here. You just jump in and work alongside with me. Once a week, I usually do a zone video where I'm working in the particular zone. I'm telling you what the zone is, and you can see me working in the zone. And I'm normally doing 15 minutes of detailed cleaning in that zone, which is actually enough for me to normally clean the whole room. I don't do 15 minutes of the zone every day during the week because it's really superfluous. Anyway, you'll see me doing 15 minutes in the zone. You'll probably also see me doing 15 minutes of decluttering in the zone. For example, this week I'll be doing 15 minutes in the master bedroom, and I will be doing a declutter of scarves because that's on my list. So you just work along with me, and don't worry too much about the details at this stage. But the main thing is that you look after you by doing the routines. I know I say this a lot, but unless you're going to be consistent with these things, it's not going to work. And I'm not saying to you that you have to be spending, I'm telling you all the time, you do not need to spend 2 hours on your house every day. If you're just consistent with your routines, the rest of it will flow and it will fit in. Now, if you want kind of little reminders during your day, I'm on Instagram and I post a lot of pictures there. Remember, Instagram, and I prefer Instagram to Facebook because Facebook you get into the commenting and too much stuff. You will see on Instagram that I look at my outfit, for the next day. You will see me posting what is for dinner. You will see me out and about having fun because the whole point here of doing the Flylady system is to give you more time to do the things that you want to do. We're not here to be cleaning all day. You'll see me after I have made dinner and the family has helped, and we've cleaned the kitchen area and the sink is shiny. So if you want to join us on Instagram, we've got a good little community going, and you also see what I'm decluttering on a daily basis and what the others are decluttering. Come and join us there. It's the same as here. Just hashtag Diane in Denmark, or Diane in Denmark is the name of my Instagram profile. Would love to see you there because that way I can actually see your pictures and see what you're up to. And anyway, it's all good fun. So the main thing is, if you're just starting with Flylady, routines, then add in a bit of decluttering every day. If you can make that part of your routine, that's fantastic, but go slow and steady. After that, you're going to add in weekly home blessing hour. After that, add in the daily focus. Try and get a daily focus going. And then after that, the zone, cleaning and decluttering. But don't worry about it. If you can just get going with the routines, that will completely change things for you, hopefully, because it did for me. And because, as I said to you, at work I was very organised. In the home I didn't know what to do, but once you've got your routines going, you're just checking things off. And when you do set up your routines, do yourself a favour, get them written down on a piece of paper and check them off, or put them down electronically, use an app or use your iPad, use a computer and check them off there. You're not going to be able to remember in everything, and it's really good for you just to have a checklist and get that checked off so you can go and enjoy the rest of your day. Right, I'm going to keep it short here because I've got stuff to do. Anyway, Diane in Denmark, as usual, live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, bye for now.